That's right, I am at 90 days back on Carnivore. I am absolutely stoked, tickled pink. You could knock my socks off. It has taken me a lot of hard work to get back to these 90 days. And honestly, it's not actually hard work, it's just persistence. And I'm going to share all about it in this 90-day update. I'm Emily, and this is That Carnivore Life. Thank you for joining me today. If you haven't already, please like this video. It's just a little encouragement to me. Subscribe to my channel. I'd really love to reach 1,111 subscribers. I just really like the 11111 numbers. And head on over to my Instagram, thatcarnivorelife.gram. I post like quick little snippets and updates on there pretty regularly, mostly on a daily basis. And it would be cool to have you follow along. This channel and my Instagram is all about my life as a carnivore, both around what I eat and everything else in life, because let's face it, whether you're a carnivore, a vegan, a pescatarian, a sad or mad eater, you still have a life beyond food. I started out on day one at 192.7 pounds. That's 87.4 kilos for the non-Americans in the room. You may have seen my 30-day update. If you haven't, please go check it out and like that video too. I finished 30 days at 182.3 pounds, achieving my goal of at least 10-pound weight loss in the first month. It was 10.4 pounds down. There was no 60-day update. Honestly, it was my intention to. I have no idea why I didn't. I just didn't. That was a really slower month, and I finished the month at 180.8 pounds, only 1.5 pounds down. And my 90-day update, I would have lost more than 5.1 pounds. As of today, that is technically 4.2 pounds down. However, over the weekend, on Saturday and Sunday, and a slight bit on Friday, the last 2.5 days of the month, I was medically required to eat some low-key carbs at each meal, which meant that I put on a few pounds. So I actually finished the month at 178.4 pounds. On paper, that's 2.4 pounds down. Overall, in 90 days, I have lost 14.3 pounds, which is 6.48 kilos. That's not as impressive as some carnivores out there. I am very happy with it. Why do I think the pounds have dropped so slowly? There's 3 reasons. One, I think I've built some muscle back. Not a lot, but muscle weighs a lot compared to fat. Tiny bit of muscle, a whole lot of fat lost, and you could weigh the same or even more. I have gone from a size 14 to a size 10 in pants. My size 10 pants are a slight bit tighter than what I would like them to be. They fit. I just like to have a little bit more comfort on my stomach area. So I'm still wearing my size 12 pants. In the same style of pants, I've gone from a size 14 to a size 10. As I said though, they are a slight bit tighter in my belly than what I would like. So when I'm doing a lot of movement, like when I'm at work, I wear the size 12 still, but I'm wearing my belt and I wear it on a lot tighter belt hole, belt notch, whatever it's called. I've actually tightened my belt 2 to 3 notches. So when I began the year, I couldn't wear the belt at all. And I'm now on the 3rd to 4th notch. I never actually wore the belt on the 1st notch. I only ever wore it on the 2nd notch once. I've worn it on the 3rd notch a lot. And after having just done those low-key carbs this last weekend, I am wearing it on the 3rd notch. But before then, I was wearing it on the 4th notch consistently for a week. Gone from not being able to wear a belt to the 4th hole in, which is fantastic. The other 2 reasons I believe my weight loss has been slow is in February, I had a couple of road trips. I decided, one of which was to Disneyland, which there is a Disneyland video coming soon on how to do carnivore in Disneyland and my first time there. Because there were some eateries there that my lizard craving brain definitely wanted to eat at, and I didn't want to because I want to achieve my goals of health, I chose to include carnivore acceptable tea from Starbucks. So that's a iced English breakfast black iced tea, light ice, no water, and about half the serving of heavy cream that they normally do. And that's what I drink. And I get it in a venti. And so I had those most days at Disney. One of the days I had it twice. And there were a couple of road trips where I had 1 to 2 of those during the road trips each day. However, there were times where I went like a full week without dairy, maybe even 2 weeks, because we're encroaching into March, where I also had a few road trips. And I would eat chicken wings a lot. And in those weeks, I also really didn't lose weight. So I've worked out that, like everyone else says in the carnivore world, if you eat lean meats, you're going to have a difficult time losing weight, or you can have. And dairy will often do the same thing. When I have dairy, if I am not walking a heck of a lot, I'm talking, 15 to 20,000 plus steps a day, I put on weight. So when I went to Disney, I put on 1 pound. That was it. But I was doing 20,000 steps a day. There is a fourth reason why I think I also have lost weight slowly. That is lack of or very little movement. I've noticed just by adding in walking that I am losing weight quicker. So the 4 things I have noticed that impact how quickly or how slowly I lose weight is, am I building muscle at the same time? Because if I'm not, I'm going to lose weight quicker. If I am, I'm going to not lose weight or put weight on or lose it slowly. Second is, am I consuming dairy? Third is, how much lean meat am I consuming, if at all? And fourth is, am I moving my body through walking or anything else? Here are some things I've noticed at the 90-day mark. I noticed a lot of these sooner than the 90 days, but definitely at the 90 days, these are things that are the case. My rings and my shoes feel looser on my fingers and my feet. My eyes are more open, and you'll see this on the tile picture at the beginning of this episode, where I post the picture of me sitting in the armchair from my birthday at the end of 2023. And the photo, even just the 30-day update, let alone the 60-day and the 90-day update, my eyes are way more open and alert. My watch strap is one hole tighter. I use the Apple Watch and I use the sports band, and that is on the 4th hole instead of the 3rd hole. Instead of feeling really unhealthy all the time, I feel really healthy most of the time. As you can probably hear, I am kind of under the weather with a cold again. I'm on the tail end, and I would like to say that carnivore has increased my immune system, and quite frankly, it honestly probably has. But when you have an almost 3-year-old that thinks it's hilarious to cough in your face and to wipe her snotty face all over you, up and down your arm, pick her nose and wipe it on your face, and you try and stop her, but you're pretty much guaranteed to get sick. I am currently in the process, I'm halfway through editing a blood work episode, and in that episode I have blood work from 33 days carnivore, and then so that's the 2nd of February and then the 29th of February, so basically 1 month and 2 months carnivore. I've had some more blood work done even more recently, and don't worry, I am not sick aside from the virus. This is for something really exciting. I should have some more information that I will actually be able to share with you in the next 2 to 3 weeks. Some of you probably already know, I'm just not ready to announce it in a video yet. Through those blood tests, I have discovered 2 things. My vitamin D is low and my folate is low. I am not surprised about the vitamin D because it's winter. Everyone gets low vitamin D in winter, usually. Also, because I really didn't spend much time in summer last season, so I actually already started winter with a deficit. Not surprised that my vitamin D is low. We are starting to have some really sunny days here, and where I'm able, I am getting out in the sun as much as I can. I have been told that liver does help to improve vitamin D, so to start consuming liver, but I wanted to see if I could improve my vitamin D without spending money. So just by going out in the sun, because let's face it, inflation. Everything's increased in price. That makes living challenging sometimes. I then discovered yesterday, actually, day before recording this video, that my folate is low. I don't want my folate to be low. There are 2 sources where carnivore is concerned, and actually these are the 2 major foods that you can get folate from above and beyond plants. Like plants don't even come close, and they are, the top one is chicken liver, the second one is beef liver. The good thing about chicken liver is it has less vitamin A than beef liver, so it's very easy to get vitamin A overload from beef liver in comparison to chicken livers. You are unlikely to get vitamin A toxicity because if you start getting up there, these foods are going to start tasting disgusting and your body's not going to want to eat them. But I'm sure some people, it can still happen too. So yesterday I bought some chicken livers, and I had one yesterday and one today. I have seen to use it as a supplement. You're supposed to eat about 4 ounces twice a week of chicken liver or beef liver. I don't know which one, it didn't specify. But I ate one yesterday and today. I'm gonna wait a couple of days and I'll probably have another one. And I'll just put like a couple of days in between them. I just felt that I needed a couple of good livers straight up. I have my trusty journal that I all read from to you for the 30-day update. So let's go through. I wrote down some of the things that I was experiencing. I wrote these down actually the day after Christmas. Fuzzy vision, I still get that occasionally, but it is improving. Dry eyes have definitely improved, though I do get them occasionally. I think I've noticed it mostly around when I'm not feeling great, like with the virus. Blue floaters in my eyes, I still get them occasionally. Ears ringing, still have. Random body pains, you know what? I thought I was still having them. Like I hadn't noticed enough whether I was or I wasn't. And then I had carbs on the weekend. Oh my gosh. I got pain right in here. Like I could barely touch it, and now squeeze, pain in here, pain. So if this was my foot and this is my big toe, pain in here, right where the join where it joins your foot. And you might say, well, maybe something was going on. That was all on your right side. Pain in this elbow, definite pains in my gut. Oh my gosh, so much pain in my gut, so much bloating. I don't experience any of that. The pain in my toe is gone. The pains in my hand are gone. The pain in my elbow is almost gone. Extreme lower back hip pain. I want to clarify this pain. It is in my hips, but it's on my back. So very, very, very ultra lower back, but it would probably be classified as hip pain. I still have that, and it's actually been pretty bad. There are some things that exacerbate it. I've ruled it down to like 2 things. Still not 100% sure which one it is or if it's a combination. I've had an x-ray. The x-ray is clear. I now have an acupressure mat. I can't really lay on it at night for only like 10 seconds. In the morning, I can get anywhere to 30 seconds to like 15 minutes. I'm trying to do that to help. I'll talk more about what I'm going to do to help that pain and address that pain in a moment. Colds every month. I did not have a cold in January or February. We're in April now. I got a cold 2 weeks ago. I was good for a week. Then I got a cold a week ago, which was the end of March. And again, both of those came from that toddler I nanny. TMJ, temporomandibular joint flares. The only time I have had pain in my face recently is when I've been blocked up in my sinuses from this cold. Bloody gums, gone. Dirty teeth, like plaque on my teeth, gone. Bad period cramps. My last period was pretty decent, but I like to give it about 4-ish rounds before I give a definite, this is what's going on. As any woman out there will know, every period can be a little different, so I like to give it a few before I say for sure. Nausea, I don't deal with nausea anymore. Loads of grey hairs, haven't noticed an improvement there yet, but people say on Carnivore that they do, so I'm waiting to see what happens. Irritable bowel syndrome, IBS, oh my goodness, it's great until you have to introduce some carbs for all these tests I did on the weekend. Then it's not so great. So I still have IBS. It is controlled by what I eat, meaning when I am not consuming carbs and I'm eating a carnivore-based way of eating, I don't deal with IBS symptoms. The numbness that I've been getting in my hands, gone. Not getting. However, this is really interesting. I noticed this numbness in my hands when I would lay in bed, my head on my pillow, on my back. I would be on my phone, particular position of holding your phone, right? I haven't had that. Guess what? Over the weekend when I ate carbs, guess what I got? Numbness in hands. No carbs, no numbness in hands. Very dry skin. Yeah, I would say overall my skin is doing a lot better. Bloated, definitely gone. Lack of motivation. Have so much motivation now. Before I got sick, I have like spring cleaned my house. I have sorted out my garage. I have sorted out the 2 closets, the upstairs and downstairs closet. I have rearranged my room, including picking up a desk on the side of the road, bringing it home, spray painting it, getting it up the stairs into my room, all on my own. Installed a freezer in my garage, all on my own, like delivery on my own. Rearranged my downstairs and upstairs on my own. Recorded so many videos and I'm editing them. Like, guys, motivated. Low energy. My energy has definitely improved. Poor concentration. Absolutely better with my concentration, maybe by 50%. Poor sleep. It's touch and go. Anxiety and depression. Yeah, like markedly, like 95% improved. Joint pain. Absolutely almost fully gone. Obviously, this hip pain in my back is a thing of its own, but otherwise gone. Food cravings. Gone, except for when you have carbs for blood tests and other tests and you have to do a glucose tolerance test. No, not pregnant. It is for something else. That triggers cravings. So last night, 36 hours after that glucose test, I was craving ice cream. Muscle pain. I still have that. It's mostly like in my shoulders, my neck, like that sort of upper back area that a lot of people deal with. I still have that. Shortness of breath. No, like that is gone. I'm a little bit short of breath at the moment. I have this thing called vocal cord dysfunction, and I'm hoping to see improvement through eating carnivore with that. It can get triggered when I get a virus, and it has on this occasion. So that shows me that my body is not fully healed. It's one of the things that show me. Unbalanced hormones. I'm definitely seeing an improvement in my hormones. That's just what I'm noticing, what I'm feeling. I have no measurement of this. I couldn't tell you a percentage. I just feel like there is improvement. Pain in my feet, especially where I've had previous injuries. I've seen improvement, but I've seen pain in different parts occur. I just want to give that a little bit longer before I give a definitive response around that. Easily distracted. Yep, definitely still easily distracted. And you know what? Honestly, maybe that's Instagram reels causing that change in my brain to be easily distracted. Lethargy and always tired. I have seen improvement, but I'm unsure whether it's because I now have motivation and energy, but I've still got this lethargy. I'm complicated, I know. And I say that because my folate is low, and if your folate is low, you can be tired all the time. Who really knows? Clenching my jaw, I still do that a lot. Tight muscles, I still have. Pain under my fingerprints, gone. That was a really interesting one. Before I finalize this video and share with you what I'm doing moving forward from day 90, I might read you a couple of journal entries. This is the 23rd of February, 7 weeks in. It's been 3 mornings since I weighed myself. I've been eating well, plus a little dairy. I don't like not knowing how much I weigh. I'm loving Disney though, and so grateful to be here. 2/25/24. I have not continued relaxed carnivore, now I'm home, and that feels really good. I had introduced Tabasco sauce. It's acceptable on the carnivore diet, so I introduced it because I wanted a little bit of hot sauce. This is the 7th of March, 9 weeks into being carnivore. Tabasco sauce made me sick, felt sick all day. Managed to do 10 minutes on the acupressure mat today, yay. I did 2 meds, steak and butter, tri-tip and butter. I noted that about the Tabasco sauce because I'd had it several times and I was going to bed with heartburn or feeling a little bit seedy, and I'm like, what is going on? I'm doing carnivore. That night I realized it was the Tabasco. I have missed a few days of journal entry as well. I've just been a little bit lax the last, 60 to 90 days. Here you go, 3:14 in the evening. Don't want to journal today. Hormonal, want to cry. 3:17. Carnivore bread is delicious. It's 75% calories from fat, 23% calories from protein, and 2% from carbs. It has cottage cheese and eggs in it. 3:18. Kayak today. Burnt. Seed oils must still be in system. Have good energy. Back's more sore post using the acupressure mat. Laid a thin sheet over the top and used it for 28 minutes. 3:27. I was 177.2. I'd gone up like a pound. Ugh, I want the weight to go down, not up. Glad I'm no longer in the 180s though. So hungry today. Pork belly at 8:30, ribeye and butter at 2, 1 pound of bacon at 5:30, and 1 electrolyte. Lots of watery number 2s. That was 4,603 calories, 78% calories from fat, 22% from protein. I did not weigh myself at the end of the day. So after eating all of that, the next day I was 176.8. And the day after, 175.7. So having that super high fat day actually was a benefit. Here we go. This is the last day, the 31st of March. This weekend, plus carbs, has been uncomfortable and painful. I'm glad that once I drink the glucose water tomorrow, I don't have to have any more. This was the next day, so April 1st. So this is 90 days in. Put on almost 3 pounds prepping for this test today. Would have lost over 5 pounds for March, but instead was under 2 pounds down. It's okay. I'm doing this for a good reason. I want to share this on the 2nd of April because this is really interesting. The pain last night in my gut from the glucose was awful. Took Tylenol to be able to go to sleep at 10:30. Had a difficult poop, constipation for sure, but I feel okay this morning. That's my 90-day update. So I am seeing great improvement on the carnivore diet, and I am so relieved, honestly relieved to be back on the carnivore diet. What am I doing moving forward? Because I've noticed that dairy and lean meats are having a negative impact on the amount of weight and how quickly I want to lose it. And I'm not just talking about scales for checking that. I'm talking about photos and clothing size too. I've also really want to address this hip pain in my lower back. The x-rays are clear. Chiropractic hasn't helped. Massage doesn't really help. Soaking in a bath helps a little bit. The acupressure mat has helped a little bit. Tylenol helps a little bit. For at least 30 days, I'm going solid lion diet with salt. So ruminant meats, so beef, lamb, bison, venison, buffalo, salt and water, and electrolytes, of course, that's salt. If after 30 days I haven't seen much of an improvement, I'm going to give it another 30 days and I may take it to 90 days. This will make me 6 months carnivore, 3 months on lion. If by the time I get to that 90 days I have not seen an improvement, I will be going back to my doctor and saying, what do we do? Because I sometimes often look like a 90-year-old and that's not good enough. Carnivore is not a cure-all for everything. No one has ever claimed that. Does it help? Yes. Does it help everyone? Yes. Does it help everyone with everything? No. And we sometimes need other things to help us out. Sometimes just as simple as a massage or some electrolytes. Other times a bit more extensive. Please subscribe to my channel to see how I go on the lion diet, to see if it benefits my back or not. I've got some exciting things coming up that I want to share with you, and I'd also love your support through that process that at the moment is a potential process. Thank you for joining me today. Please like the video and follow me over on Instagram, thatcarnivorelife.gram. I will catch you later. Bye.